Ding, 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 ding. That's us. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your guy Dawson.
And
I'm
I'm
here with
Denise.
and Denise. And go ahead, Miss Latoya, introduce
This
yourself.
is Miss Controversy Bird in the building with Dawson and Denise.
That's right. And all the way from California, we got our boy King Titus. I don't know what's going on over there. And Miss D. And some more people may be joining us in a minute. We want to thank everybody for viewing us here on Google Plus, Google Hangout Air Plus, whatever. And let's get into this topic. You guys know I'm a big fan of Love and Hip Hop, and just recently I was watching this latest episode of Love and Hip Hop, the tape release, and the episode centered around the release of Nico and Mimi's sex tape. But what I really it was disheartening to me is just how the women on the show were coming down on Mimi, stating, "You got a girl, how could you do this? Oh my God, I feel so bad for your daughter. I would never get it. I would never do that. I would never." And they were just really going in on her. And I'm like, come on. She is not the first woman to do porn or have a sex tape out there, amateur, professional, whatever. And she won't be the last, especially a black woman. I think they gave her more dogmatic attitude because she was black. So, and that just really pissed me off of that, because it's not like her life is over because she did a sex tape. What do you ladies think about that? Chime in. And fellas, what do you think about that?
Okay, so wow, I think the show itself is pornographic. I think some of the things that are discussed and displayed and the lifestyles on the show are more harsh than any pornographic video that's out there, because it's showing black women in a certain light, and it's being, upheld as, entertainment, and they doing what they got to do to get their money. So it's to me, it's no difference than, Mimi taking that next step, which I think her boyfriend actually set it all up, because he seemed kind of slimy to me. So, it is a double standard out there with white women and black women. Mm-hmm. And it's like at certain points in time, us black women, we want to be held accountable for being a queen. You know what I'm saying? But then certain times we want the freedom of being able to take that crown off whenever the hell we want to, because we want to. So I think it's up to us to decide what role we want to play and then play it. I mean, if you want to make a video, make a video. But
and that's how I feel about it too, because I wasn't shocked when Dawson did his and it was released A. But like he said, there's a double standard, and as a woman, they want you to be responsible for the whole community. And I'm with Toya. Sometimes you do things, and if you want us to have accountability, there's a certain way you come at each other. You come from a place of love. You come from a place of, you're my queen. You don't come from a place of degrading me to make me feel even worse, because you don't even know my story or my situation at that time. And as a black mother and a black woman, you don't know what you'll do to feed your kids if they're starving.
Mm. I agree. Well, like I said, a lot of the ladies and definitely the fellas was coming down on her, and some of the guys were ranking on Stevie J. Man, that is the mother of your child, man. How do you feel? And at this point, I'm like, okay, I know the show taping is backdated, but the tape is being released. They got their money. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they got, enough, to satisfy them for this tape. There was a lot of, fanfare around the tape that it was going to be big like Ray J and Kim, and the fanfare of it was. But I mean, why
not the money?
Maybe not so, but why does Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, Pamela Lee Anderson, and all those other ones who've done sex tapes and nude pics, I mean, they can go do that, and then they're out, having tea and lunch at the Hamptons.
And married to Kanye. Is that a rhetorical question, or you really want us to answer that? I know it's probably more rhetorical than anything, because we know why.
Okay, yeah, I want you to answer.
Because they feel that body type and that body color and that color is more appealing. So we know why they're able to do all of this. Mm. And again, we always think that our bodies aren't,
Did you see them? Are you serious?
I'm sorry, what? So that's why, because they put a higher value on them.
But I
Again,
just
it's art. Remember we had that come. It's art. Remember when it came to them doing the porn? It's art.
so you say when white
we
women
do
do
it, it's
porn,
nasty.
when white women do it, it's art, but you feel when black women do it, it's nasty? Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah, and worry about your daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just think that white women, it just seems like they get a pass in society. Whereas, if Pinky decides, somewhere down the road, or the other lady who does porn, Dominique, or any other black porn star, they want to, be an evangelist or a prophetess or come out and be a CEO of a company. Oh, that's, she won't get the same stride or respect that Jenna Jameson got, because Jenna Jameson can cross over and has crossed over and is a lot of people know Jenna Jameson.
But wait a minute, there's a lot of double standards all over the place, because what could be, how can I put it, what can be celebrated about a porn star, no matter what her nationality, is her owning that energy.
I was going to say that, Toya. Good point.
Once she owns that energy and she knows how to command it, that's what makes her powerful with the camera, whether the camera is on or off. So what happens is, I think, the white women kind of ride the wave of, oh, that's a blonde, or, oh, white women are XYZ. And they ride that wave, but deep down inside, they know what they're doing. And they okay with it. They fully okay with it.
Yeah.
Whereas black women,
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, Ms.
Yes.
D, we're recording. We can hear you.
Okay.
Ms. D is joining us too. Go ahead, Toya.
Whereas black women, I think they tend to ride the wave of the hood rat, the hoe, or the skank. You know what I mean? Whether, and I think that they both races should ride the wave of, wait a minute, I'm a queen and I'm empowered, and I have sexual energy and I know how to use it when I want to. So I think that it's rooted. That's why I say it's double standard, because you got, the other races coming in on a different angle, and then the black races seem like they're attaching themselves to the negativity, to the negative connotation.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And allow people to allow you to feel bad if I'm just coming out of doing a scene and that's what I want to do. Like you said, I'm coming out with my head held up, and there's nothing you can take from me. I'm not going to ever give you my power. And that's what we do a lot of times. We give people our power, and they don't deserve it.
Well, this is what I want to be clear about. From what I've seen on Twitter, on Facebook, and the media, especially from people who are on our page, and on Dawson and Denise, we got over 1,000 people, and like when that tape hit, it was like, oh, she nasty, how could she do this? Oh, and these were mostly black women who were saying this. And I'm saying, if Jenna Jameson can get out there and be happy about what she's doing, maybe Jenna Jameson is the wrong person to use. Let's use somebody else who's a white person who's happy about that. Like Julia Roberts, if she does a sex scene, it's like, oh, she's expressing her sexuality. But if Halle do it, oh, you a black queen, you ain't supposed to be doing that. And they come down hard on her, like with the Monsters Ball movie. Oh, you only won an Oscar because of that. You can't do that. It's like when it comes to our sexuality, if it's not people or our sex lives as black people, how we express ourselves, if it's not people commanding it for us for pay, we can't just want to be sexual ourselves. That's the problem I have. Like, it's such a horrible thing.
Can I state a quick fact? Black women are the #1 consumers of, guess what?
Porn.
Absolutely. I had at least three associates that sold porn and worked in porn industry, as far as like retail stores. And they reported to me that their #1 in and out client, repeat client or customer, is the young black woman between the ages of 18 and 45. So I'm saying, like, that's a hell of a statistic to throw in there when we're being so critical. You know what I mean? But we the ones consuming every damn thing.
But that goes back to what I said last week who taught you to hate yourself? It's like, who taught you that you can't do that? Who taught you that that's bad? Who taught you have to sneak in a back door to go buy a bullet or a jackrabbit or whatever you want to please yourself?
Okay, but then let's get back to this. Growing up as kids, a lot of parents didn't talk to their kids not only about hygiene and dating and stuff, and especially a lot of black people grew up very conservative and, in church and everything. So most of the times parents told us, oh, when you get older, you'll do that. Let Jesus handle it. Let Jesus do that. Not knowing. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Y'all know this striking a chord with me. That's dumb as hell. You know why? Because the fact that the black church and the black family really doesn't even know how to address sexuality. That's why you have so much mishaps, confusion amongst young black men and women, young black boys and girls, because their mom, their dad, or even this institution that they put so much faith in, tries to mute and tries to dumb down their sexual energy and power. And then you want to know why they exploding all over the place, why they got all this energy and nobody ain't telling them how to use it, what it is, what to do with it, what is it for, how you can transmute it and use that energy in other areas of your life. Mm-hmm. That's what the real problem is. So instead of them ladies on that show talking about you got a daughter, what are they gonna think? What they should be saying is you need to start teaching your daughter about sexual energy and how you were empowered and you felt that that's what you wanted to do. That's what they should have been telling her.
Okay.
Instead of being rooted in fear. I'm so sick and tired of the Christian woman being rooted in fear. Don't do this. Don't do that. Man, shut up and wake up. That's really what I want to say. Wake up and understand that God gave you something in between your legs, and instead of you trying to put it away, you need to try to understand it because it's a blessing in between your legs. I said it.
Okay.
They woke up like this.
Miss D, you over there listening? You still on with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, you wanted to add anything? Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say as far as women and sexuality in general, I mean, throughout, I don't know, probably as long as humans have been on Earth and as long as men have been dominating Earth, it's like, a woman is supposed to shy away from their sexuality. It's not a black woman thing. I really think it's an all women thing. Whereas men are supposed to take pride in their sexuality. The double hit to black women is that society as a whole, because we have been brainwashed to think that white is right, is beautiful, and that's kind of what you see more of, and white porn stars are most of the time more popular than black porn stars. But I think in general we live in a constricted society as a woman as far as our sexuality and other things go. You know what I mean? We are taught to suppress our nature, and I think as parents who have girls, we need to educate our kids about sex, not the, oh, well, don't do it, run away from it, stay away from it, because it's like either you're going to teach them or someone else is going to teach them, or they're going to learn from the wrong person. So it's up to you. You have to choose.
Yes, I totally agree. You're absolutely right. You have to choose. But when we think about Mimi in this particular situation where she is raising a young daughter, and her daughter, I don't think is even in middle school yet, who will grow up, and kids will, kids talk. Those kids in school are going to see this. They're going to know her mom was a mom on Love and Hip Hop unless she plans to homeschool her child. So, but what made me upset is the people on that show and people who were on Facebook and Twitter and all these people, even who hit up our video that was over 40,000 whatever views, were saying she has a daughter, she has a kid. And it's like, to those same people who were doing that, do you think your kids don't look and see what you're doing? Do you think your kids don't see you maybe lying on your taxes, cheating? Come on, it's the same thing.
On the Instagram 15-second video.
Yeah. What I would say is, are they saying that about, let's see, Northwest, Kim Kardashian's daughter? Doesn't Kim have a video out there?
That's true.
I mean, are they saying that? Not only does Kim have a video out there, she has numerous of men she dated, like, straight up open out their relationships. I mean, are they saying, well, what is North going to think of you and this, that, and the other?
No, nobody's saying that. And
No,
you brought up a good point.
because she's not allowing them to, and Kanye isn't either. He even put it in his song, Yes, My Girl Is Famous, all from a home video. And see, that's what me and Latoya was saying. Own it, you know, and nobody can take it from you. You can call me whatever you want, is what I answer to.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
she made a brand of her name, so you can call me all of this, but North will be taken care of.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right. But here's the thing. Why we kind of skirted on it and talked about it a little bit. Ms. D, if you want to chime in, I asked, why is there a double standard for white women and for black women doing this, or even Hispanic women? Because this is, like I mentioned, the three: Pamela Lee Anderson, Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton. I think Scarlett Johansson had a tape out as well, too. You know, or a video or something out as well. It's like, but
The
they're
money
still
and the
gonna go on.
power.
Wait, I got a quick question.
Go
How
ahead.
come we're not saying anything about the men? How come we not saying anything about the men?
Because men's sexual proudness is celebrated.
Yeah.
It is celebrated. Listen,
You,
who's going to get the worst name? The man that got 10 kids from 5 different baby mamas, or the woman who has 5 kids from different baby daddies? Who is going to get the worst name?
the
The woman will always get the worst name. And
Yeah.
that's why I say that as a society, women are taught to hide their sexuality. You know, it's complete opposite. Men are allowed to do things and get away with things, and they're looked at as the man. Whereas a woman do those things, you know, names are going to get thrown at you. Now, I do think it is easier to, throw names at a black woman, because unfortunately, black women just got it the worst. Okay, we're below white men, we're below white women, and we're below black men. We are at the bottom.
This is correct. And what I think, I
And
hope,
if we keep thinking like that too,
That's what I was gonna say.
is where we're
That's
gonna
my
stay.
sister.
As
See,
black,
that's
I
my
don't care
sister.
where you
That's
put
my
me.
sister.
I'm not
That's
gonna
my
stay
I'm
there.
about to say the same thing, because I was going to say, you know what, I really hope Mimi or somebody connected to Mimi really sees this, because I think this is actually an opportunity for her to learn more about her sexuality and learn more about her, so that she can teach her daughter, and so that she can be empowered, and so that she can reach back and figure out what is in between my legs and how can I use it to my real advantage. How
Right.
can I use it to attract the type of men, people, places, and things that I want? I ain't talking about being a hoe. I'm talking about her being super in touch with her sexuality and her energy.
Right.
All right, so that she can
And
get rid of Stevie J's and whatever the other dude name is, who I cannot stand.
right. And obscenity is self-evident. So those who are sitting there watching it, you didn't even have to watch it. So if I choose to make a porn video, if I choose to do whatever, you don't have to look at it, on top of which
Mm-hmm.
to
True.
even judge me on it.
Well, you
True.
know, everybody. Well, I mean, you should be the last person to say that, being that somebody on the line sent the tape to me. But anyway,
After I got yours.
yeah, right. Anyways, no, but the thing is, this was just going haywire, and everybody was like, "Oh man!" And like you guys said, they went towards Mimi. Nobody cared anything about Nico. Matter of fact, we all know he put the tape out there. He wants to come up. I mean, reality TV is a way for people to get out there and either try to get a couple $1,000s real quick.
It's
Try
the
to get their stuff out there.
media. It's the ultimate social media.
Ultimate social media. And he tried to come up, and I mean, it's creating a buzz. I mean, from
Wait,
what
what's
I
her boyfriend name?
hear, Nico.
Nico. Okay, let me
Yeah.
tell you why I don't like him, because he seems slimy and he seemed like he did
Of
set it
course.
all up.
Of course.
But
But you know, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even if both of them knew about it, they felt good about it. And I don't think she should have been so wrapped up in what the world would think, because at the end of the day, baby, you knew them cameras was rolling.
Yeah.
So from the beginning. So you know what I mean? Like, own it.
So
But
put on
let
a
me-
show. Put on your best show ever.
But
If
do
they're
you
gonna talk, give them something to talk about.
Thank you. She need to have a whole spin-off of products from the video. She need to have shower rods that she's selling. She need
Bring
to have
yourself.
what? She need to have a product of sexual intimate delicacies that she's selling, man. Do the whole thing because guess what? Kim Kardashian and everybody else did.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was them building their brand before years before. They were building their brand with the steps that they were making, strategic steps. Don't let it be like they just did this, by chance. Oh no, they knew
Exactly.
exactly what they
Oh
were
yeah,
Well,
doing.
that's
the one thing that I don't think that Kim was doing it strategically. The video came out years after she broke up with Ray J. What I
yeah.
think you have a thing of is bitter men. They see Ray J saw Kim coming up. Okay, he saw her coming up, and he wanted
Yeah.
to remind the world, like, bam, I was with her. In fact, he still saw on that video
Still,
that when
yeah.
Kanye and Kim got married, he said that as Kim's wedding gift, he was
Yeah.
going to donate half of the proceeds from the video.
Yeah.
That is straight up. Now, Kim was smart, and she just owned it, and she turned it to her advantage
Yeah, I
or
agree.
whatever, but she didn't strategically like, yeah, let me just put this out there. Ray J dropped that video years later to get money to come up off her image. That is the same thing that guy Nico, whatever his name
But
is doing.
you're absolutely right, Ms. D, and that's what I'm saying. We know Nico put this tape out there. He looks slimy when he's on the television, all that stuff. We know that. But my thing is, I just don't see why Mimi is allowing reality TV to make her look like a fool around this tape debacle. It is a debacle. I mean, you get your money, you got your couple 100,000 or whatever you got. I'm sure it wasn't over 1 million. Maybe it was. Who? I don't know. She went with Vivid. Vivid is #1 in porn. That's the same company that Ray J and Kim went with. Tommy Lee, and they were right. Let us distribute it because once it gets online and it gets out there, you ain't gonna make no money off of it. So they did a good thing by going ahead and collecting coins, however much that was. But my thing is to have this whole circus just around that sex tape. And like when I look in Mimi's eyes, like they say they think the whole thing is just the act, but she looks like she's dying, man. I mean, even though you did the tape or whatever, but it's like I don't want to see you on Love and Hip Hop, season 4, because what is your storyline gonna be? It's like it's almost go get your life right, man. It's like not because she did the sex tape, but it's like you're with this dude who's just really sucking you dry. No
I
pun
think,
intended,
I think
but
she got an advantage. Just like with what I'm sorry, what's our
I think she picked the wrong partner. That's all. I think she picked the wrong person. On
she
top
got
of
to make
which,
the most of it though. She got to make the most of it, and I think she should be at the advantage point. She should see herself at the advantage point and not at a disadvantage because it's done. And she already had that mentality when she was in there signing the papers.
exactly.
So she shouldn't have any regrets. She should get a mentor, make a plan, and get this thing popping and move forward.
Okay, I appreciate this. Well, I thank you ladies for joining us. And look here, I thank all the viewers who are viewing in. But as we get our last closing remarks, where should I'm gonna put this all together. Where should Mimi go from here? And what advice would you suggest to people who want to do this amateur porn stuff that everybody's into and all this kind of stuff? What would you all suggest to them? To go ahead and do it, or think before you do it and weigh out the pros and the cons? Because
okay, let me tell you what I suggest.
Go ahead.
I suggest that you are secure with your body.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can put on the best performance. And with that being said, I've lost like 12 pounds in 3 weeks. I don't know if you could tell in my face or you can see it right here, but I lost 12 pounds in about 3 weeks. And that's thanks to this natural, diet pill that I've been using. Mm-hmm. And they were supposed to come on because we were going to talk about women's health and being secure with yourself and able to, like me and Toya was saying, to stand in front of anything, to withstand anything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's about feeling good about yourself. So when things are done and when they are archived, they're beautiful, damn it. So it's about feeling good about yourself.
I hear you. I hear you.
I would like to piggyback on that. Not only to feel good about yourself, I think the best way to feel good about yourself is to get to know yourself and to get to know yourself sexually, know about your sexuality, know about your sexual energy. That's what I advise people to do. Get to know yourself before you share yourself with another person, and definitely before you share yourself on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I would say as women, especially black women, I mean, of course, I want all women to be comfortable, in their own skin. But if black women want to get respect in a white man's world, they are not going to do it through sexuality. They are not. They're going to have to get out there and be straight, hardcore, and gutter and rise to the top of the corporate ladder, the top of society. Getting, whether it's intentional or unintentional, that type of stuff, whether it's a professional porn actor, a non-professional, or amateur stuff, just
Mm-hmm.
fulfills the stereotypes that is already out there about us. And unfortunately, it's certain women and things that get on TV, and that is how white society view all black women. So I think, yes, black women need to be comfortable in their sexuality. All women need to be comfortable in their sexuality. But those people out there doing amateur porn, I mean, you're not getting paid. So why are you doing it? I don't even, me personally, I don't understand the logic. I feel that if you're going to do porn, you need to go get you a contract, okay? And you need to be professional. All right, why are you making cheap porn and no one you're not getting paid for? You're not making the type of money that, I don't know, Dawson knows the porn actors, whoever they are. I mean,
Wow.
Get paid if you go. I'm just saying, if you gonna do it right. Get paid, not after the fact, before the fact. Okay.
Yeah, that Dawson knows the porn actors.
Not only get paid and get the most out of it. Learn about tantra. Learn about all those different types of sexual interactions and get the most out of it.
You're right. And there are porn actors, but they get paid when they own their own stuff. Like we've talked to several of them. When they own their own stuff, they get paid. So that's how things work on that end. Yeah. So we have some questions coming in. Someone just asked a question or made a comment. They said, "If okay. Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me?"
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, we have Naturals. FLS says the rapper Eve was able to take advantage of her platform as an actress and a rapper. She was discovered as an exotic dancer. If Mimi was business-minded, she would have a solid PR firm that would maximize her 15 seconds of fame/shame. Wow, that was pretty harsh, but that's what people saying.
Exactly. And guess who Eve is married to right now? Guess who Eve is married to right now? A billionaire. You know what I mean? Exactly. So it's like
you gotta twerk.
It's like you don't let your past determine your future.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Yeah.
But guess what? In that relationship,
what happened?
She's using all the things that she's learned about herself and sexuality and sexual energy in her.
And guess who put her out there? Stevie J, on top of which put her out there.
So wait a minute, are we predicting a great future ahead for Mimi? I think so.
Exactly. She was connected to Stevie J, so was prophesizing. And that was a great comment that Natural Real just made, and that is the actual website for these right here. So, just go to that website, get
Denise, are you getting paid Are you getting paid for this advertisement?
No, I love it. It works, and I don't have to get paid for it. I just want to let everybody know to feel good the way I do. So I was just advertising it, and you can go to the website, which is naturealfls.com, and check it out. Read all about it. It's very natural.
How did we jump off of some from our show to giving plugs?
Oh, hold on, because I can do what I want to do because I'm Denise on that part. So go ahead.
Yeah, we should be getting some type of kickback.
The show, we're going to have to give Natural her own plug, all right? At another time.
And she just commented, that's how we jumped on that on top of which.
Well, thank you, Natural. We're going to make sure.
Thank you. Yeah, she's coming on 1 week to talk about it.
Thank you, Natural. You made Denise's life so much better. Okay, we did have a comment from a gentleman, and he wanted to know, what do you guys think porn is bad?
Hell no.
Certain kind of porn is bad. Certain kind of porn is bad. Crackhead porn is bad.
What do you mean by that?
Oh my goodness. I think I seen one before, and I was like, wait a minute, she looked underweight. And no, bad quality porn is horrible. It's against the law.
It's against the law.
But you know, I think there's a place for a certain type of porn, high quality porn. But I definitely feel that addiction and being dependent on that, you know, between you and your lover, that's the issue. So I mean, use things, you know, tastefully and in moderation, just like I would say about anything.
Exactly. And the same, his name is Brack Peepo. I'm supposing it's a him. He wants to know, to ask you women, what do you want in a man?
We want, I'm going to let somebody else take that.
I already have what I want in a man. Please let him know I'm happily married, and this is not the dating line.
Okay. Well, he's got some more questions. He wants to know, so would you make expensive porn? Would you make a porn at, I guess, a $1 million rate for you ladies? For me, I do want a house out in Beverly Hills, and I was looking online at the house I want on Dale Grove Drive out in Beverly Hills. So if they're going to give me that over that $3.3 million that I'm looking at, I wouldn't mind, as long as I can buy my home and pay my property tax, all that good stuff, yeah. I don't know. Now, to me, I think I can get money other ways, so that hopefully that'll never have to be an option. But we can't forget that people sometimes are hard on their luck. So what do you ladies think about that?
Like I said, you can sit up here. You can sit up here right now and everything is well, and like you said, your bank account may be okay, and you don't need any surgery. So you can sit up here and say no right now, but when the tables turn, you don't know what you will do, or even how much.
I think that is a personal preference. I don't think just because somebody felt, because look at it this way. If that was the case, as many people that have fallen on hard times, if they could just run to the porn industry and make them a quick couple of grand, they would be doing it. I can honestly tell you no, that's just totally not my thing. I would not live down the embarrassment. I would never want a video out there floating around out there of me. That's why I talk to my girls about sexuality and all of that and the whole game that little boys play. No.
But what makes it embarrassing? That's what we can go. What makes it embarrassing?
No, because would
it be the person that's in it?
No.
Because if it is $1 million industry, it's not really that embarrassing.
Well, you're looking at it from a business side, but you got to realize people have different personalities and characteristics, and there are people that will not do so. That's just like, name your greatest fear. Whatever your greatest fear is. I'm not saying that's my greatest fear, but let me see. For example, I don't really like heights like that, so I don't care how much money you are offering to pay me. I'm not getting ready to climb up on a mountain. I'm not getting ready to bungee jump out of a plane. I don't care what type of money you are offering. So I believe there are some people that may be like, hey, I can go make some quick money doing that, but there are other people that is no way under any circumstances. Right. They're going to say, I can do it another way.
But here's the thing.
And then a lot of people fear what they don't understand.
No.
I don't think it's about fearing what you don't understand. It's not that. People have preferences. Exactly. That's just about porn. It's more about money. You are offering to sleep probably with a complete stranger. And
some do it for free. That's what I'm saying. Some even do it for free.
But Denise, you're looking at it
more about not being on tape for it to be, in the archive. No. Some do it for free.
Denise, come on now. There are some people who have killed themselves because a sex tape has been leaked. Let's not forget that there are tons of young girls.
And that happens. But what I'm saying is, I was talking about what makes it embarrassing, what makes it so bad.
That's what makes it embarrassing. Nobody wants their body out on a sex tape.
And you want to know something? And that does not
everybody. Some people will, not everybody, but I'm saying some.
Yes, some people will.
Some people
Some people will. Yes, yes, that's what we were saying. Some people will, but just don't assume that because it's out there. As soon as people have hard times,
No,
you
I
know,
didn't assume that. I didn't assume that. What I was saying is sometimes you could answer a question, but when you're faced with it,
right,
then you have to go ahead and make that decision. Because I could be afraid of heights too, but if they say if you don't go and climb Mount Everest, your daughter is gonna die, I'm climbing it.
Well, now you done took it to a whole nother. It's a lot of people. I would die for my kids and probably kill somebody else for my kids. That's different, but no, but you done took it out of context
your
now.
Child because she's starving, then you might go do an amateur video.
I live for this.
But that's what she was talking about from the get-go.
Right.
No, now you done took it and threw children in here. Originally, you had it on money.
That's what she said. She said, you may say no now, but if the circumstances change, like I may not believe in abortion, but as soon as the possibility of the pregnancy may come up, I may start thinking about it.
I know, but we are talking... But we are talking about porn, and y'all have just made it totally. Y'all have went to abortions. Y'all have went to if my kid was dying, this, that, and the other.
You brought it up about money, about a certain amount of money. Would you do it if it was a price tag on it?
Can the man say something? Look, all I'm saying is that I think when it comes, not everybody. I get what Denise is saying. There are tons of people right now, how things are in the economy, that'll say, you know what, this is a $10 billion industry. Hey, I ain't got no money. I got a felony. I got this. Let me go out there and make this money. I don't care what nobody say about me. They talking about me already. There are hundreds upon hundreds, millions of people like that. But then there are people who will say, you know, I'm down on my luck, but my moral fiber says I can't embarrass myself anymore. I'm not going to do that. And for me, how I was raised, that's embarrassing. There are some people who probably would rather go and prostitute on the street because it won't be as polarized as putting your video out there. That's going to be out there 20 years later when you become sister so-and-so in the church or the evangelist in the church. That video is still going to be there making money for somebody. So I understand the complexity between that, but it's different.
And it depends where you're going with your life, because it reminds me of this story with this teacher down in Orlando. And I think about 3 years or 4 years before she became a teacher, she took some very sexual pictures, and those pictures got online. And you know what? That got back to the school board, and they fired her. I really do think it depends where you are going at in your life. As far as me, I done went to school too many years. All right, getting my high level degree, ain't no way. Before I got my degree, I could tell you that it was no way. That's just not my thing. That's me. I do believe that there are people that will, and I'm not knocking the people that will, but you can't just think that everybody would jump to every single circumstances and just be like, I'm gonna do whatever. That's what robbers do. You know, they get broke and be like, let me go kill somebody. But every single person that's hard on their luck don't be like, well, let me go break into my neighbor's house. I'm hard on my luck. I'm finna get it. You know?
I understand what you're saying, Ms. D. I totally understand what you're saying. And I agree with you. Oh my God, she's back.
And like Ms. D said, going to school and getting those degrees, and then you have some that went to school, racked up thousands in student loans, can't even get a job in their field.
That's true.
And then they have to go do what they got to do to pay these loans off.
But here's the thing. All I'm trying to say is this a difference between the girl saying, let me just go strip down at the Rolex or the club versus the girl who says, let me just go make these couple thousands of dollars doing this porn. The stripper thing, people gonna forget about that if there's no documentation and no video about that.
That's the part that makes it better, as long as it's forgotten.
No, that's not what makes it better. But I'm saying most people who are down on their luck, they would choose that versus let me go and make this video that's gonna be out there until you die.
And there's plenty of women. Look how many women just walk in the streets and in the club when, you know, it really is. It really comes down to a personal preference. It really, really,
even with the club, Dawson, you have those. Everybody has a camera phone now, so who's not going to be uploaded to the internet? So you can be working in the club as a stripper.
Exactly.
And you give whatever. Who's to say they're not recording you?
Exactly.
And you have to upload it for free.
Exactly.
Free. You have no control over what someone just did with their camera phone.
Okay, just stay right there with what you said. And back to what I said, that's why we're having a lot of people who are killing other people and killing themselves because their stuff has. We cannot forget those cases.
And you want to know something?
But you're doing it. That's the thing. You're
you want to know something? That right there, that is what you're saying. That I'm gonna tell you something. It was this guy that killed his co-workers because they played some type of trick on him, an embarrassing trick. They was at the gun shooting range and they loaded blanks or something, you know, in this thing, and they filmed it and was laughing, and they put that out on the internet, and that guy came back and killed both of them. That thing, one thing, you're right, Dawson, that thing was videoing people.
Exactly.
They're not knowing there are people that have killed themselves because of that and have killed others because of that. And it don't even have to be sexual. It could be just a practical joke or an embarrassment.
Exactly.
But the point to that was people will still, even if you're doing it, people will still upload your stuff, is what I'm saying.
They
if
will.
You're in the club thinking you're not going to be on camera, people will still some way find to put you out there. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. But that's a difference than doing it voluntarily and involuntarily.
Yeah.
There's a
in
complete
the strip club?
In the strip club, we're talking about strippers. If strippers up there, you have a chance to get your stuff uploaded, but not everybody is going to a strip club like this. There are not too many people doing that. But you can be in a college dorm. You can be in a bathroom. You can be in anything, and people just have secret things like hidden everywhere to record you in this act.
Well,
and
then yes, you will be embarrassed because you didn't go into that thinking that's what you were going to do. You weren't going to that. But if you're in the strip club and you're a stripper and you're giving lap dances and you're part of the champagne.
Well, you want to know something? A stripper can still be embarrassed, especially if they don't want. You got to realize there's a lot of people that do a lot of different things, and some things they may be ashamed of, and who knows why they're doing it. You know what I mean? Even though I understand what you're saying, it's a bunch of people seeing you in the strip club. You know what I mean? A bunch of people seeing you in the strip club does not equate to a bunch of people seeing you on the internet. That is a way wider audience. It can follow you from job to job.
And you know that, though. That's the thing. You know this. If you're in a strip club and you know you're a stripper and you know everybody has a phone, you know there's a chance you're going to either be on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever the underground things is. That's what I'm saying. You have a chance of knowing that.
That doesn't mean
it might not be
like
that
it.
particular day, but you know out of those 365, you may have one that you're going to get filmed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and this guy said, what did he say? He said, and some porn stars take an on anal pain killer's FAT, and that's bad, and that no one should have premarital sex, and if you do, you're a whore. And he said something about scratching the surface. We're not going that deep into porn. We're not pornologists here, and we're not sexologists just quite yet. So they have other videos and people on YouTube for that. But we do thank you for your
thank you for watching.
Exactly, we certainly do. And then Ms. Natural said, this is what we get when we have an open forum, which is debates like this, which is what I love for all of us just to come together and just to say what's on our mind, and nobody back down and just stand firm in what they say and believe. This is the guy he said this is his first time commenting on live stream, so bear with him. I guess he has more to say, but we're going to be wrapping this up. But I appreciate everybody who had something to say in this. Good points from Miss V and Denise and Latoya. I definitely agree that people should watch, what they do and who you do it with. And unlike Mimi, y'all make decisions about who y'all dating, because there's no way she could not see this guy was an opportunist. And there's so many, I ain't gonna say women because men get in it too, but people who are opportunists, they don't have your best interests in mind. They see what you have, and what they're gonna either do is add, multiply, divide, or subtract for you. And it's up to you to figure out what that person is doing in your life. And apparently she didn't play her cards right on that one. So she has to do what she has to do with the rest. So
or maybe she did. We still got time to see. Still have time to see what the outcome will be.
To be continued.
To be continued. Well, thank you all for joining. Any last minute things anybody got to say? Any shout outs, anything before we close this out?
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. It was Latoya, you ran away from the fire. I love this. Thank you, Miss D. Thank you, Denise.
I did what?
You ran away. Where you was, man? I wanted you to jump in there and get in it.
I told you. I was in from the beginning. I
don't know where Titus went. Titus got scared or something. I don't know what happened.
You already pulled me away from my clients. I'm over here doing proposals.
Exactly. But thank you all. We're going to have more Google Hangouts like this. And if you want to be a part of our Google Hangouts, what you need to do, excuse me, is add us on Dawson and Denise. And when we do our next one, I will be able to send you an invitation until we get things underway here.
And follow us on Facebook and Twitter and all of that, so you can always know when we're about to hang out.
Exactly, exactly. And check out the website, all that good stuff. And we got more hot topics coming. And we finna get in some real stuff as we go towards 2014 and beyond. We're in 2014. We're going beyond. And life is getting real, so we ain't got time to play no games. It's time to get it together. All right?
And speaking of real, natural. Bye.
You're going to get that plug in.
Yeah, plug in. Come check out PNCconsultingFirm.com.
Oh, damn. Not you too, PNC Consulting.
Give it to us, Toya. Give it to us. I'm listening, Toya.
PNC Consulting Firm. And also check us out on Blog Talk, Vibrate and Elevate, Thursdays and Sundays.
Uh-huh.
And I love that show.
Ms. D, you got any plugs you going to give out? You got anything you want to say, Ms. D?
No, they advertising, you know, they got it. They got it down pat. I'm good.
Well, all I want to say is if y'all come to Miami, we finna get this guy PJ's Cakes. I'm finna eat this pound cake right here. This man makes the best cake.
You have 3 of them, right?
I had 2 earlier, and I'm gonna eat this one.
Red velvet.
Yeah, and then I'm going to the gym. So I had my meal, my veggie burger with my lettuce and all that stuff. Whatever. Until next time, thank everybody who viewed in. Hopefully next time we can get everybody on and we can have a serious debate, a forum. I want to hear what Carmen has to say, what Titus has to say, and everybody else who was listening in and viewing. Thank you guys so much. We got one last little thing from your friend, Miss Natural, just sent something in. Denise, I guess she's saying thank you for the shout out or whatnot. But this was
Thank
real
you
cool.
for making me lose 12 pounds in 3 weeks.
Okay. When you are married, one may decide to make an erotic scene with their spouse and make a sexual film in a moment, and all marriages do not end with a happily ever after. Take it from someone that is divorced. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Natural. Wow. All marriages don't end well. Hey. Hey,
but you gotta keep your tape locked up somewhere. Don't do it like you said. One of the 2.
Okay. And this other guy said, Mr. Brock People, I can't get his name. Thank you for viewing. He just wants us to know he's out there, and the other couple people who were in the chats and who viewed as well too, in and out. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, thank you all. Thank you all so much. Until next time, I'm your guy, Dawson.
And I'm Denise.
Miss Controversy.
And Miss D. Miss D falling asleep on us. Thank you all so much. Take care. Peace.